BoLS fans, Adam Harry here with a special 3-5/4th Ed versus 5th Ed Codex on the way out of 5th right here. So you guessed it, it's bug on bug action. It's gonna be gross. Anyway, I got Lux here with his 4th edition Nids, we'll just call them, and my 5th edition Tyranids here. So real quick, let me run through my 5th edition Nids, 5th edition Nids list. Blah, blah. Say that 5 times fast. So over here real quick, I got a Prime with Bone Swords, Death Spitter. I got a 12-man Devour Gaunt squad. I've got a 4-man Warrior squad for the Synapse and also for those awesome Death Spitters. They have Toxin Sacks as well. I got 2 dakkafexes with Brain Leech Worms Devourers for that Strength 6 goodness. I got a Turbigon, not the new kit because I still had one and I like that conversion. I've got a Swarmlord with 2 of my favorite Lash Whip guards. I got a Broodlord and 5 Gene Stealers without flesh hooks because I don't get those. We'll go over that in a second. I got a Trygon Prime and another 20 Hormagaunts. Part of the reasons I put this list together the way it is kind of to showcase some of the differences between the 4th and 5th decks, but also I really like the little bugs too. So let's kick it over to Lux and see what he's packing.
Hey, it's Lux here, everyone. We've got my 4th edition Tyranids. Some of this list, I'll tell you right up front, is kind of based on what I still have that can be fielded in that codex, and somewhat just out of spite. For instance, everything in my army has flesh hooks, aka grenades, because I miss them and because I can. So let's get it on. We got 14 without number termagants with grenades, and that without number means they recycle from the board edge every time they're destroyed. We've got an elite Carnifex back, remember those? With 2 sets of Twin Link Devourers. I've got an elite Carnifex with a Barb Strangler and Scything Talons, a Hive Tyrant with Lash Whip Bone Sword, Scything Talons, and Wings, and his 2-up, 6-up save. Yes, Tyranids and invulnerable. I know, it's craziness. And then I have 2 Gunfexes from, again, back when they were the thing, with a 2-shot Venom Cannon and the Barb Strangler. I've also got a whole bunch of Gene Stealers, 3, 6, 9, 10, and then we've got 11 over here. I'm sorry. It's 2 units of 11 with 4-up saves thanks to Extended Carapace and grenades. They don't have Scout or Infiltrate though. I didn't get a chance to take that. I've got 20 Super Hormagaunts like Adams. I've got bonus Strength. I've got bonus Initiative, and I have grenades. Didn't take bonus Weapon Skill. I've got 4 Warriors with Death Spitters, which in this codex are Strength, well, in them at least, are Strength 6 Blasts at 24-inch range, and they're a whopping 45 points a model, but they're Strength 5, Initiative 5, 4-up saves, grenades, 2 wounds, and Eternal Warrior, and then more without number termagants. So we're going crazy over here. Old versus new coming up.
Alright guys, so while Lux is setting up, real quick too, let me go over the scenario. First off, we are playing Dawn of War, so I've already deployed there. I've got my Hormagaunts and my Turbigon out there, and no HQ will be deployed. Everything else is going to be walking on, except for my Gene Stealers, which are going to be outflanking, and my Trygon Prime, which is going to pop up from the back. I wanted to go over a couple of the differences while Lux is setting up real quick. First off, his Warriors are in the elite slot instead of the troop slot like mine. They also only have 2 wounds. However, they do have Eternal Warrior due to the warp stuff. He does not have Shadow of the Warp on his Synapse guys like I do, because that's newish. And also Hormagaunts, that's a big one too. His are beasts, mine are not. However, he's got flesh hooks and I don't. I also have Toxin Sacks as well. He's got them as well, but my Toxin Sacks confer poison and his give him +1 strength. So it's going to be a battle of trade-offs, and we're just going to see which codex has more staying power. So are you done yet, Lux? Almost done. It's throwing dice time. And while I was going over the mission, I completely forgot to mention the objectives today. We are playing one of the old ones and one of the new ones. So we are going to be doing kill points and also table quarters. So this should be pretty interesting with his without number gaunts and my Turbigon making 3d6 number gaunts. So we'll see what happens. Alright everybody, this is actually the turn 1 recap because we had night fighting first turn. We figured we might as well just do all our movement and everything. So basically all my stuff moved on the board, on my board edge here, as you can see. For Lux, all his stuff moved on as well. His gaunts were stationed back there by the right there, and they moved up here. My Tyranid Hormagaunts were here. They moved up here for a crappy run, and then right here, and were assaulted by his Hormagaunts there to there. So as you can see, that combat's going down. He charged me. I actually won combat by 1 because Feel No Pain is awesome.
Turns out that re-rolling ones to hit and re-rolling wounds is pretty damn good against 6-up save guys.
I rolled a lot of 1s to hit, and the reroll is awesome, and then also Feel No Pain is, well, it's Feel No Pain. So we're now at the top of 2, and I'm about to roll up and do some more damage. Here we go. Alright guys, so 5th edition bugs, top of 2. On my turn, I spawned gaunts. I also spawned gaunts last turn, which is this big squad back here. I forgot to mention. I spawned 8 more. They ran up here and shot 4. Only 4 were in range, and they managed to do a wound to the other Termagants and killed 1. Yay! Back there, my Trygon Prime popped up. He was actually right here, but then scattered back there, so it happens. He did 1 wound. No, I'm sorry, the Carnifexes, the dude Carnifexes here, did some shooting over there. Managed to get a wound in on the Hive Tyrant, because he has a 2-up save and a 6-up invulnerable. Did I mention he's got an invulnerable? What a jerk. So, awesome. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And they shot all those guys over there on the left, shot his Tyrant, managed to do 1 wound. Everything else just kind of moved up and skittered along. My warriors over here are hiding out in the corner because it is, you know, we're playing table quarter, so trying to be sneaky and score some points. So I'm gonna kick it over to Lux on the bottom of 2 and see what else he can shoot.
Well, Lux here at the bottom of turn 2. Turns out my Hormagaunts are still terrible at hitting or wounding anything, but that's alright. Did some shooting, kind of thinned out some gaunts. Not having Eternal Warrior on warriors when they get hit by Strength 8 Barb Stranglers is bad. Took 1 out. They do get a save though, because hey, 4 up. And did 1 wound to our dakkafexes traded blows and did a wound on him. Otherwise, it's kind of ineffectual. I didn't want to move my Hive Tyrant too far since I'm kind of limited on synapse. So we'll see what happens.
Alright guys, on the top of 3, what happened over here, this entire flank shot up the Gene Stealers that were right behind the Tyrant, and they are all dead now. Yay! Over here, spawned some more guys. Right there, they popped out. They shot there, didn't do much. These guys shot there as well, didn't do much. Finally, that combat's over, and my Hormagaunts are finally dead, but he's down to what, 5? Yeah, 5. Yay! So, whatever, he had 20 to start with, so I did too, but they took a round of shooting. Over here, with 3 Wrens on the Carnifex, he's down to 1 wound, so yay! Which they're about to get countercharged by Gene Stealers. These guys moved up, and the Swarmlord stuck behind stuff because he's slow, and I can't run very fast. But that's what happens. So we're going to kick it over to Lux on the bottom of 3 and get countercharged.
Bottom turn 3, Lux here. Lots of other things are dead. My elite Barb Strangler Carnifex ate it to some Gene Stealers, but my other Gene Stealers countercharged and took out pretty much all of his except the Broodlord, who's got a wound on him, who ran and then promptly rallied.
Synapse!
Synapse! My gaunts shut up his gaunts, and my warriors shut up his gaunts, and we killed a lot of gaunts. Swarmlord, the Turbogon has a wound on it. Over here, my Hormagaunts went and killed most of the Devourer Devil Gaunts. Didn't roll so well again. Those Hormagaunts are, you know, they're getting fired after this one. 1 is still alive. My Hormagaunts won combat, but I have no synapse on this side of the board. And why? Because I decided to have a little bit of fun. I sent my Hive Tyrant after his Carnifexes. I'd killed 1 Carnifex with shooting and charged it, but I had 2 wounds on me from Peril's check. I was just within 12, and that caused it. I did 2 wounds on his Carnifex and took 2 in return. That killed me, leaving him. And so now I've got 3 Carnifexes and the small remnants of some Hormagaunts facing off against a wounded Trygon, wounded Carnifex, and 1 Devourer Termagant. Turn 4 coming up.
Alright guys, top of 4, so here's what's gone down. Swarmlord and his buddies are just walking up over here. The Termagant still hasn't crapped out. He made 12 more gaunts, they've gotten all over that building, and then he's right in the middle, so he gets that nice bubble of toxin sacs and adrenal glands and all that goodness. It's another squad of 5 right here. This squad here shot and then charged those guys along with the Broodlord, who was right there, and then ran over there. These warriors right here moved up and fired at Genius back there, causing a couple wounds and killed 1. Over here, shockingly enough, he killed the last devil gaunt. Over here, my Carnifex ran up and shot his dakkafexes in an exchange of strength 6 death, and I managed to do a whole lot of nothing, and then he charged in and killed him. So, good job, 4 attack Carnifexes. I was initiative 2 to his 1, so I swung first. So, over here, the Trygon Prime managed to charge in on the Boomfex back there and did 3 wounds. Not enough to kill him, but in return only took 1 wound back, so hey, I'll take that. And yeah, this is going a lot different than I thought it was going to go. I just have more stuff, apparently. So,
Cheap gaunts.
Cheap gaunts and lots of poison. So, there we go. And now we're going to go to bottom of 4. Alright guys, so over here, his Hormagaunts charged my Carnifex, who popped, and my Trygon Prime killed his Carnifex, who also had 1 wound left. Over here, just moved up around there, shot some stuff. They're down to 2 guys instead of 5. Over here, killed my 2 gaunts that were left, and the Broodlord managed to whiff everything. So it's awesome.
But made a save.
But made a save, so didn't totally fail. So that's pretty much it. Here's a quick shot of the rest of the board. Yeah, we are now going to top of 5. Alright guys, so end of my turn 5. These guys popped out from the Termagant, who is now out finally after all game. 8 of them came out here, shot at the gaunts. They went to ground, they assaulted. I ended up killing them, but lost 2 gaunts in the process. So his Hormagaunts are finally dead, so kill point, yay! Over here, everything shot up. These 2 brave little gaunts charged the Carnifex. Happened to get 2 wounds on him. He made both saves, and on his attacks back, he rolled a 1 to wound, so nothing. The Trygon Prime picked on the Hormagaunts, or sorry, the Termagants that were right there, and now they're dead. Over here, the Broodlord is finally dead, but the Swarmlord and 2 guard here, bodyguard, just ate up everything. So
on the upside, all my gaunts respawn without number.
Without number. So his gaunts are actually back now. So it's kind of like mine, but better, sort of. So here we go. To bottom 5, Lux kicking it off.
Super 45-point warriors for the win. Actually, I'm respawning gaunts. My Termagants came in, shot up the Trygon, did 2 wounds on it. My warriors charged in with initiative 5 base thanks to the adrenal gland upgrade. They struck first and strength 5 rended it to death, finishing it off. Over here, I still have the Swarmlord and his buddies hanging out at me, and my Carnifex took out those last 2 gaunts, got another kill point out. I know, complete shocker. Fortunately, my guys are a little more than 12 inches away from everybody, or at least a Swarmlord, so he's not getting that. But I expect to be shot pretty handily over here. We'll see what happens.
Alright guys, so my turn. My Termagant bunker over here moved out. These guys moved back because it's now turn 6. So I want to make sure I get the corners, because we are playing objectives for table quarters and kill points. And over here, everything assaulted everything over here. My Termagant managed to sneak in 1 wound. My gaunts rolled like a champ to hit, and then with poison rolled 1 wound, and he made that. Over here, the Swarmlord squad has got Feel No Pain. They're moving up. I tried to cast Paroxysm on that guy even to help out, and I rolled 11 on him. So there we go. So he's going to shoot the pants out, my guys, and it will be the bottom 6.
Well, hooray for Termagant explosions. That won me the game, I think. I sent everything I had, 28 gaunts and 4 warrior, super 45-point warriors in against the Termagant and what was left of the gaunt squad. Wow. Managed to kill the gaunts, do a couple wounds on the Termagant, and the Termagant then exploded through fearless saves, which then also took out this unit of gaunts that was over here, hit them, killed a bunch of them, then they broke, and now they're no longer holding that table quarter. So I'm winning up by 2. That last combat put me barely ahead by kill points,
1 or 2 if they're broken.
Two with that gaunt unit back there. Adam Harry still holds 1 table quarter. I'm gonna have this table quarter down here, and then we'll kind of contest. These 2 are going to be out in the open, so I just barely pulled it by the skin of my teeth at the end.